Hey guys, Rickard here again. What we're gonna do is do a sneaky 10 chart here, and then we're gonna jump into chapter 6. So let's hope we get something really good here. Would be very nice. Oh, got a Santis. Wow. Oh, another Gajar. Oh, another one. Yes, the third one. And a Thomas. Wow, that's like just like wow. So what we're gonna do? So we now have 3 Gajars. So we're gonna ascend him. We have this account, oh my goodness, has a like poison team straight away. All we need now is a Rodria and a Hackran, and we're good to go. We're good to push into our first dungeon already. Wow, that's truly amazing. What we did, we only did that because we wanted a pumpkin. We're gonna make Valeria here a 5-star. So we're gonna do that real quick. Very nice. Very good. We're gonna max her out as well. And at the same time, we are going to do Joseph and level him up a little bit, just so he survives, because he was dying a little bit. You guys obviously didn't see that because I cut out the cutting. I cut out the combats when I do these, but definitely worth leveling him up, just so they're not so squishy. And we're going to chuck some random gear on him as well. Some that are not being used would work just fine. A helmet and a chest piece. Done. Alright, let's jump into it, I guess. We're on to chapter 6, so let's go. Who goes there? What are you doing in Dwarven territory? The Cold Steel clan does not welcome intruders. No more talk. Send the calls to arm, invaders. Hey, please calm down. We mean you no harm, friends. I'm Evelyn of the Halo of Thorn. The dwarf is a bit doubtful. The Halo of Thorn? You fight the Darkling leader. Evelyn lowers her head, starting out of saw. You must be mistaken. I fight like... I don't think you can fool us, witch. I swear by Odear's whiskers that we would die before letting you into our kingdom. What are you waiting for? Slay me. 10,000 more will come. You misunderstand, my dwarven friends. We have come to seeking your help. We need the help of your greatest dwarven craftsman of Cold Steel clan. Perhaps so, beautiful lady. We shall see. You should know what happened here only weeks ago. Our clan was attacked ago by a group of darklings. They kidnapped our finest craftsmen in their infernal armory. And I tell you, milady, their wretched leader had a sword with the same runes as yours. A sword engraved with the same runes? It must be my father. Did these invaders identify themselves? Who were they? The Iron Duke Nicholas Lazier himself, a wrench villain, and stain on the memory of his ancestors, the Holy King. Oh no, that was my father indeed? So the Duke has picked a fight with the Hirschspuck Empire. That doesn't give him the right to kidnap our craftsmanship. The actions of a common thief. Thank you for your warning, dwarf warriors. Now, if we seem to be acceptable in your eyes, would you please escort us to your elder? I have urgent matters to speak with him about. I can lead the way. Our elder will be in a tavern with his old friend, Rickard the drunkard, down at Redstone. I'm ashamed to admit it, he has a strange fascination for that fellow. Evelyn, we have the pleasure of visiting another tavern. Lorik. Ha, my brother. I'm sad to say you've missed some of the best ale I've seen in years, as fine as you've seen in a feast in the old fathers. Rickard. You know very well I haven't come here to exchange drinking stories. Rickard is obviously very drunk. Ugh, of course. You must be looking for some brula. Balra. Come on, Balra. Hiccup. Ulrich, I won't believe your capacity for wine, my dear Rickard. You are quite drunk. Let me escort you back. Rickard gets annoyed. Hands off. I'm not drunk. I've just had a few barrels. Hiccup. Quick, innkeeper, fetch me some of your finest form from the cellar if you please. Rickard, it pains me to see you like this. You used to be the finest warrior in the molten fires. Your old brother. Will scarcely believe their eyes if they see you now. This isn't the mighty warrior of old. Rickard staggers to and fro. Ha! Mighty warrior. Me? A mighty warrior? Mr. Rickard, please, Chief Lordrick, I know things are looking bad out here. Mr. Rickard, please, Chief Lordrick, I know things are looking bad out there. We got some invaders on our footsteps. I understand your clan needs help, but I think it's best to give him a little space. He'll come around, you'll see. Sounds of vomiting, right. Come around. I'm worried about his safety on the streets, let alone against our enemies. Rickard raises his head. Who said that? Get lost, or I'll give you a mouthful of dwarven steel. Drunken Rickard tries to lift his hammer and stumbles out of the tavern. He walks to encounter Evelyn's power that just arrived. Honorable endeavors, our leader should be in that tavern over there. That's Rickard the Drunken. I only pray your elder hasn't wasted too much time here. Oh no, they're back. Curses! Soul plungers cultists, they have the tavern surrounded. That's Rickard. Too much to drink, I'm afraid. Is he fit to fight? We should help him out. Thanks for the help, brave warriors. I feel Cold Steel has suffered just about enough embarrassment for one day. I'm their chiefly elder, Lordrick, and I heard that you've been looking for me. Greetings, I am Evelyn of the Hail of Thorn, and these are my partners, Zachary, Master Craftsman. We came to seek your help. Evelyn, how fitting it would be to be such a beautiful name. Rickard, you're drunk. I'm so sorry, my lady Evelyn. He has had far too much. Honorable lady, my name is Balra. Rickard's servant. I must apologize on my behalf of my master. I feel we must retire for the evening. I hope we can treat you a round of drinks tomorrow. Balra helps the dazed Rickard amble away. They look at Rickard departing figure. I'm just about to run out of patience for this fool. But Lady Evelyn, how can I be of assistance? I need your help to fix the Serta special necklace. It's enhanced with the power of the cleansed dark energy. But it's broken. My Thesia said that you alone of all craftsmen in Illyrika could be capable of fixing it. I'm happy that the great Mythesia thought about recommending me. Let me have a look. Very similar to one of our old runic artifacts. I'm afraid I will need Hakron's help to fix this one. As powerful as this. I'm afraid other matters are afoot. We dwarves are currently fighting off soul plunder invasions. I understand how much this must mean to you, but it's going to have to wait. Master Lordrick, believe me, this necklace is the key to defeating soul plungers. The cultist relies on dark energy from the chaos shard, which this necklace cleanses. It has already won us many battles against them. Your enemy is my enemy, and our enemy fears this necklace above all else. I believe that we can defeat Soul Plunger together, but that's why I beg you, help me find Hakron. Help me fix the necklace so that we can destroy the Soul Plunderer. Powerful words, milady. Very well. If that's what you say is true, then we'll better help you. Our warriors have struggled against their sorceries. I can take you to Hakron. He may know what to do, but I can't speak for him. We are in your debt. That's the Stonefist clan village up ahead. Hakron should be around there somewhere, but he keeps odd hours. We will have to ask around. Honored elder, I believe we have more unwanted company. A group of cultists have banished their weapons and heads to the dwarven craftsmen. The dwarves be enchanting their weapons and something. Halt! You crime against the dwarven people and here. It's Lordrick. Goddess be praised. She has heard our prayer. I knew she would never forget her people. What have those damn fools done to you? Since when did the dwarves become so defenseless? A sorceress invaded our village with an army of darklings. She tortured the village until we engraved her weapons with runic powers. They already kidnapped some master craftsmen from the Stonefist clan. Thank the goddess you came. Bastards! I swear by the Halo of Dawn they will pay for what they have done. Mighty warrior of the blade, you are the halo of dawn. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Even if we do not know your name, I wish that we could give you better thanks than this. But we cannot rest until we have liberated our families from the clutches of these evil darklings. Darn soul plunderer Evelyn, we have got to rescue those stone-fist craftsmen. It will be a pleasure, Elder, as well as a duty to assist you. Ha! I'm beginning to enjoy your company, milady. Then let us be gone. I, Lord Rickard, will not rest until they are paid for this in full. Ha! What a sight it is to see such a bunch of ants struggling against a dragon as you. Dear foes, struggling against the absolute power of Dark One. Silence! I'll hear no such talk from you, you butcher. Today you will pay for Celine. Evelyn, your fate would be the same as hers, were it not for your father, but even my patience have limits. Don't push me. Liar, I won't let you kidnap another craftsman. Evelyn, and you dwarves, don't you see your struggle is pointless? Our land is shrouded in darkness. Only the great Valeria can transform Alurica into a paradise. You'll become a puppet of the darkness, and I will become the Dark Master. Ha ha ha! Sierra disappears amid the crackle of the manic's laughter, leaving only a kidnapped dwarf and craftsmen behind. We can't let the witch get away again. Evelyn, we'll have a chance eventually. I believe Celine's spirit watches us now in the land beyond, and that you have made her proud today. We owe you a great life debt, brave warrior. I'm sorry that we had so little of value to give you in return. Truly, I did no more than my duty, but there is one thing that you can help me with. I need to speak with your elder, Hakron, urgently. If you could tell me where he might be, it is very important. If only we could. He has been gone for several months. If only he were here, we might have fought off that witch our elder told us about, a once-in-a-century disturbance in the forbidden region, where worrisome things happen to him. If he is there, if it is to be found, it is there. Thank you, my dwarven friends. Evelyn, we are forbidden dwarven territory. There is still no sign of strange phenomena Hakron mentioned. Watch out, enemies ahead. It looks like the area has something else as well. The walls infected with plague. Is there a chaos shard here? Chaos shard? What devilry is that? These walls may have been turned into dark, but I've only seen this once before, nearly a century ago. A century ago? Were your people dealing with chaos 100 years ago? Careful, another darkling. These are ill tidings. Are we part of an evil cycle around to repeat? Elder, focus, another wave of darklings. Lordrick, elders, what have got into? Take out the darklings. What on earth is going on, Hakron? Look at these darklings, just like 100 years ago. That is exactly why I came here. These wellspring of soul of powerful darkling energy here. But why today the rift is no bigger than it was 100 years ago, and yet somehow what else can explain these darklings? Our clan resealed the rift 100 years ago. I wonder whether the protective magics have started to weaken. I don't think that the breaches come from here. I think some outside force has been unlocking part of the chaos rift from another location. Yet it has affected all the same. My goodness. What a forest fire Rickard kindling all those years ago with those carelessly lit matches. We dwarvens are still running from its consequences 100 years later. Chaos Rift? And you are? I nearly forgot. This is Lady Evelyn. She is a member of the Halo Dawn. Time flies, Lady Evelyn. It is a joy to see you again, albeit in poor circumstances. I am always pleasantly reminded of your mother's clear blue eyes whenever I see you. Mr. Hakron, have we met? You knew my mother? Indeed, Miss Evelyn. At the Imperial Palace of Lazia. Priestess of the Light, Sylvia was a good friend of mine. We fought for the Halo of Dawn together. I still remember her tear of the goddess. Mr. Hakron, that's why I came for the tear of the goddess. It absorbed too much dark energy. It's shattered, and I need a way to fix it. I understand, and I take this as an act of destiny, or perhaps the will of the goddess, that we would meet in such a time as this, Evelyn. I see a future, a priestess of the light in you. But for now, you must come with me. We are to repair this tear of goddess. I'm afraid we have a long journey ahead. Myla hasn't been herself these days. Master Hackran is a bit worried for her. Master Stonefish, Fist, you were looking for me? Myla, I've been getting the distinct impression somehow bothering you. I can see it in your rune work. What's going on? As my student, I certainly do what I can to alleviate your burdens. It's just my impending coming of age ceremony, Master Stonefish, as you know, was the biggest event of my life as a member of my clan, the Snow Savages. I'm 16 years old and I meant to attend the ceremony this year, but I take it that your studies are into the ancient rune arts are keeping you here. Why, away from the ceremony, which you would like to attend, correct? She nods. I understand it. This was the cause of your worries? Hackran pauses for a moment. Myla, I'll be delighted to give you the permission to return to your tribe for the ceremony. There is one thing, though. I would like to take you the trouble of gifting you a very fine weapon of my crafting. A weapon that can take back with you. Master Stonefish, I would really do that? And give me permission to return? Myla, I know the people of your steeped in tradition, as we dwarves, and your coming of age ceremony will be held soon in your ancestral village. Perhaps it is time you return, and you will craft a special weapon for me yourself. I dare say you are the most considerate master in all the plains. Hackran smiles and twirls his moustache. I've taught you rune work for 6 years now, and I'm happy to see how much you progress. This will be my gift for you, a weapon in recognition of your talents. May it serve you well. There is only one thing I yet lack: cold steel ore for my forging. I would really appreciate it if you could get me some for you. Can get me some for me. Master Stonefish, it'll be my pleasure. I'll get back before you know it. This is one of our Stonefish reserves. Not many know about it, but I believe you'll be able to find some cold steel ore around here. Myla looks for some time, but finds nothing. How come? Not a single vein of possible cold steel. I think this reserve has already been mined clean. I will try using the romancing technique I learned. Perhaps there's some ore buried deep underground I can pick up. Myla then uses the stone romancing technique caught by Master Hackran and then finally discovers a few veins. Ah! That is incredible. It picked up anything, even deep under the earth. Huh, that's why this Stonefish master, I guess. Oh no, it looks like the cold steel, but it's not. It's ebullient copper. It's obsidian, very rare and very precious, and no cold steel I'm after. Ah, I got it. The lines, the color, the shape, the strength, and residual elements. This has to be it. Excellent. I won't return empty-handed. I'm sure this will be enough for Master Stonefish. Here is your cold steel, Master Stonefish. I trust it's even more than you probably need it. Whoa, you are full of surprises. Please leave it with me. I'll need to check its elemental purity. Excellent. This cold steel has a very high level of elemental purity. That's exactly what I need. Excellent work, Myla. Ha! I'm sure that's very easy compared to crafting that weapon. Forging a weapon takes a great deal of concentration, time, and skill, and cannot be done quickly or easily. I should get started. Myla, please come find me tomorrow. Myla can't wait to get a hold of the new masters and the next day to see his weapon. Excellent timing, Myla. You brought back so much coal, so I ended up crafting 3 separate weapons. You're welcome to choose your pick of the litter. Here we have a powerful crossbow with the strength to hit a target accurately at 100 yards distance. I know that the Snow People hold a hunting competition at the coming of age ceremony, and I can't think of a better companion than a fine bow. Myla tests the bow with the pull and the string. A very fine bow indeed. The thing is, I'm more used to hand-to-hand combat. I'm not sure whether a long-range weapon is quite right for me. Please have a try of the next one. A great hammer. I saw a very similar one in the hands of Rickard and the Molten clan. Myla, this hammer will strike fear into the hearts of your enemies. It is friendly, she's well balanced for blocks and very sturdy. Myla picks up the blade with both hands and gives it a whirl. I prefer a fighting up close, but I also like holding myself back sometimes like a snow leopard and circle from a distance. This is easily the most powerful hammer I've ever held, but I also need to keep myself out of the action sometimes, and it might slow me down for a bit. Then I suggest you look at these axes. Whoa, exactly like the axes of our people. That's that's right. I made it with you in mind. Myla looks at the twin axes and her eyes widen in excitement. I'm so impressed. The shape of the fine runes and the fine quality of the handle. Whoa, I could never have dreamed I'd be holding such fine weapons. This is wonderful, Master Stonefish. I choose the axes. I feel like I can take on any enemy with these hands. Axes? Ha, believe me, we've, we of all people know how appreciate a good axe. My grandfather, my father, and also my uncle Harak uses axes exclusively, as do I at the moment. Myla, may these pair of war axes serve you well in the days to come. Myla, Stonefish, Master, Master Stonefish, you have truly been good to me. I'll guard them with my life, polish them every day, and carry them with me to sleep. Master Hakron twirls his moustache with a smile. Myla, it has been my pleasure to teach you the art of runes for all these years, but I am afraid I've been holding you back from other pursuits. I believe these new weapons, and this time you have to visit your village, may give you the opportunity to look in other things. I think this would be a fine opportunity seeing your new weapons, to cover a few pointers in regard to keeping and maintaining your weapons. I'll be delighted, Master Stonefist. Hakron cleared his throat as Myla will know her teacher is about to embark on a very long lecture. They say the very first crafting were gifts from the gods, that Ulrika's first people crafted their very own weapons in imitation of them. As you know, smithies in Ulrika customarily craft in either plate, cloth, and leather or other special materials. Plating is hard and firm, cloth armor pliable, and leather soft. Other materials are used in certain situations only. The dwarfins develop a reputation for crafting the finest weapons and equipment around the millennia years ago. Actually, they are gifted smithies skilled at certain types of gear in every race in Illyrika. The dwarvins are no doubts excelled in the most crafting hardened plate. Humans excel at crafting various types of high quality cloths, and elves leather with their arcane additions. The strange lizardmen of dragon scale marsh are also very talented at crafting unique equipment from dragon bones and scales. And of course the wise orcish shamans of the Windwalker Plains understand well the forging potential of animal bones and leather. 3 hours pass. Hakron's one-way conversation is finally nearing an end. Unlike her former days, Myla is not struggling to stay awake, but hanging on it for this knowledge. Okay, it's far more precious than she could. Blah blah blah. Myla, as far as I can see, these are the gifts of the various races of crafting. Any questions? Master Stonefish, why is there only goblins or Kaisers do not craft? Because they have no interest in crafting such gear themselves. The goblins are obsessed with treasure hunting, and would rather treasure ancient gear than craft anything new. Heh, I consider these axes my treasure too. Weapons are crucial, where there are 6 items of gear in total, and any warrior should look to, and all 6 are important. Weapons are certainly very important, but they have the biggest impact on combat. Master Sophist, no monster could stand up to these axes, I think. I'm afraid I would not regard the axes as fully completed yet, and the important process is left being unfinished. Enchantment. Oh, please, Master Stonefish, I beg you to enchant these axes. Hakron smiles again and fiddles with his moustache. It is quite alright, my lad. It's not easy to enchant equipment without special materials, that is certain. Certain charm crystals. Where does one find charm crystals? From the silver snow tundras, I believe, but that is a very different expedition. I will return to my work, my lad, but I hope to explore the silver snow tundras with you in search of the charm crystals soon. Where here are the Silverstone Trundles. I'm sure you can guess where you got this name. Miles and miles of snow. As far as I can see, the charm crystals won't be easily found. Heh, Master Stonefish, I can use the stone romancing technique you taught me. I'm sure that will do the trick. Watch out, Myla. These snow yetis and eyewolves. Very strange. They're nocturnal creatures. What are they doing on the tundras on the light of day? But we must face our enemy. Time to put the axes to the test. Master Stonefish, we're more than a match for these beasts, but something felt slightly off about the axes just now. There's still a final step to enchanting before you can wield its full power. We're going to have to use the stone romancing to find these crystals. That won't be necessary, Myla. Look over there. Are these charm crystals? That's right, all 3 of them. The purple one is a stone of swiftness, the gold is a stone of courage, and the red is a stone of fury. I think this is what raises the snow yeti's ire. They consider the crystals theirs, and this is their territory. Ah, so we got them all, everyone. What a find! Hey, let's go back Master Stonefish and fishing and enchanting the axes. It's a real surprise to bring back not just one but three enchantment crystals. On the other hand, Myla, you are now spoiled for choice. But Master Stonefish, I know nothing about these enchantments. Which should I choose? The enhancement process is all about imbuing an item with magical power, but that creates a unique magic imprint. Equipping other items with the same magical imprint will generate a special aura, granting a particular boon. We call groups of items sets. Every race in Alurica has its own unique school of enchantment, even different tribes within the same group even. For example, the Molten Clan down at the Molten Kingdom always enchant their equipment with the power of fire, whereas we prefer to use crystals and rune. However, the method of enchantment to the results is the same as special magical imprint. Any equipment in Alurica customarily undergoes an enchantment of some type, and therefore obtains a special magical imprint, otherwise we would consider it incomplete, unable to generate any magic auras, and probably more fit for the scrap heap. Master Stonefish, what am I actually generating an aura? Certainly, but first we will have to perform the enchantment. Once the axe is enchanted, wearing enough of the items and their magical nature would trigger the special aura, a powerful benefit. I wait your choice, Myla. Myla, I've been saying, Myla, any set of which create a special aura together set. If you choose to enchant your axe with Stone of Swiftness, then your axe will become a Raider set. And what sort of auras does with a Raider set? Get enough Raider set items and you will find wings beneath your feet and gale behind your hands. A Raider set will probably allow you to act more before your opponent's speed is always advantage, and an excellent aura bonus. Interesting, what about the other two? This is a Stone of Courage. What does it do? Enchant your axes with the Stone of Courage and it will have an item of Warrior Step. The Warrior Step will give you the sense of invincibility in battle, but you strike your enemies down with unstoppable force. This is a very aggressive magical aura. Let me think about it. The Stone of Fury is infused with the fiery rage of the ancient dragons. Enchanting your axes with this stone will make it a member of the Rage set. The Rage set will guide your hand in the enemy's weak spot, helping you destroy them with one fell swoop. It is also a very powerful magic aura. Attack speed, attack, or damage. It is all good auras. It is a tough one. I might as well choose the crystal that looks best to me. Myla selects the Stone of Swiftness and Hacker enchants the axe into Axes of Swiftness. Whoa! That's what they look like enchanted. My axes will be imbued with power of frost. The enchantment process also changes the physical appearance of some weapons. For instance, the runestone behind me only shown after the glyph enchantment. We people have a saying, the swiftness of the swords comes from the swiftness of the flint. Myla, now that you have the enchanted axes, it may be a good time to improve yourself and your abilities with your opponent. It just happens to the snow morton trolls in the valley have started working with the evil soul plunderer. They are wreaking havoc in our ancestral villages here, and I think it's a high time we teach them a lesson. I'd love to test out these frost axes. These are snow trolls, Myla, physical strong but foolish. We've been harassing our people for generations. Worse still, the trolls have decided to throw in their lot with the soul plunderer, and they've become a force of destruction since. Howl. Fool dwarves, we're not soul plunder luckies. Of course not, old chief of the valley. You're much more powerful than that poor little soul plunderer. But methinks it's time for you and your brethren to cast the Stonefish clan out of their village. Myla, you wield the axe with uncommon gracefulness. You are a true warrior if I ever saw one. Ha! That's all thanks to these marvelous frost axes you crafted. I can really feel the enchantment. Myla, I believe you have chosen exactly the right weapon of your fighting style, and you can grow in combat skills and experience. You will unlock even more of its potential. I believe that the time will come soon where you'll be ranked among the strongest of the Snow Savages warriors. Heh, I wouldn't be disappointed, Master Stonefish. You've always been a kind charge of character. Myla, you're the perfect match for these frost axes. I believe the time will come soon where you'll be ranked among the strongest of the Snow Savages warriors. Ha, Master Stonefish, you've always been very kind at judging character, and I didn't want to disappoint. Hackran smiles. We better get back, Myla. Your coming of age ceremony to attend. Myla impresses one of the coming frost axes in hand several days later. Myla's heroic performance leaves an edible legacy of her fellow village. She eventually Evelyn, we have guarded these grounds for centuries, but the dwarves can see what is happening for Alurica. The Dark One's attack will decide our fate too. Elder Hakron, I can sense very long dark energy here. I'm sure there must be a chaos shard around here, surely. I don't know exactly what you mean by chaos shard, but I assure you that we need no such shard to explain the dark aura around this place. We stand close to the dark one than in any other place in Illyrica. But he is not to be represented by ordinary time and space. It is difficult to explain. You could say he is a kind of chaos rift in this location. What are we dealing with, a chaos god? The world knows we dwarfs are servants of the Titan of Iron from the earliest days of our race. The seven-scepter gods wounded the god of chaos in the war in heaven, so the story goes, and allegedly sealed him away from Illyrica forever. The seal he placed over the chaos divinity's weakest tier. I'm sure he's trying to dig through, whatever that means for him. The rift itself is hidden deep within the ice fields, in a nesting place for trolls. The Titan of Iron commands us to guard the place for all time to come. We fulfill our purpose by stopping anyone from approaching the rift. To the dwarves that have lived in the ice fields for generations, I can't believe it. No one's heard of this before. Milady, there are some things even the Halo of Dawn doesn't know. The great dwarven clans keep many secrets close to our chests, some known only to the elders, few realizing we experienced a familiar crisis of dark energy 100 years ago, but nothing on the scale that we're witnessing today. I just came from Pegasus, and I can tell you that the chaos energy is all over Illyrica, and I bet the events we've been investigating elsewhere are all related. We have come to continue the discussion another time. You should know the nearby trolls are being driven mad by the dark. Look, they have us surrounded. Hakron, listen to me. If we can't fix the seal back into place, the Mountain Kingdom will be destroyed in a matter of months. We've got to rally the four clans to seal it up again. It isn't that simple. The Molten Files under Hassel's leadership are no longer on speaking terms with the other clans. It is very difficult to get their help. Evelyn, the Molten Files have a relic called the Heart of Fire. It may be the key to fixing a relic like the Tear. In fact, I believe we need it. Elders, I am understanding the Molten Fires have some sort of long-lasting disagreement with the other clans. Old wounds still cut deep even after a century, Evelyn. You call Rickard the drunk from the tavern. I'm afraid he is the central figure of this sad story. I take it he was once a mighty warrior before they hung up his hammer? At least he still has his hammer. It was one of the finest dwarven warriors. It's been hard to watch his descent. Some of us still hold hope a former leader of our people can return to honor. Wise Evelyn, you guessed correctly. Rickard was our first warrior among the mighty Molten Fire clan, and their chief elder. There was a terrible disaster a little over a century ago some called it hubris, bad luck, but I think it was our destiny. Lordrick, this crisis can be resolved without the Molten Fire clan. I'm out of patience. It's now or never. If Rickard does not act now, he will never will. Let's talk to some sense in him. The party begins the journey to Rickard's town, but instead encounter a group of soul plunderers. Hand over the Heart of Fire, you old drunk. I have no Heart of Fire, but I do have a hammer. Go ask the tavern for your next meal if you want. You whined how, I'll make you hand over that. Uh-oh. Soul plunderers after Rickard. We got to help him. I don't know if it's the long years, Rickard, or your hammer needs sharpening. You're going to have to do better than that against our enemies. Rickard remained silent for some time. You speak of the past. The past has no meaning. I'm a humble smithy. Rickard, do you think you to undo the past by punishing yourself? Stop this silliness. It's been more than 100 years. We need to get the old Rickard back. How many of the dead because of me? One night Agronets brought endless ruin, misery and suffering upon our people, and it's not only us, but the whole world. The trolls loosen the rift every night. I can see it in their voices, accusing me. Has it been 100 years? You might as well say 1,000. It does nothing for those people who have died because of me, their livelihoods destroyed, a clan exiled. If only sins could have been paid with liquor, Rickard, you have responsibilities. Your brother leads the clan even further into exile, and you've got Bora. Who should you be fighting with you? Fixing drinks all day? What about the rest of us, your people? I trust Hassel. He has the strength to do what I cannot. He can lead our clan out of this darkness. Even if not, I have no right to say more than that. Rickard, please, I don't know what it is you want me to do, but it is vain. I am a smithy, nothing more. Rickard turns his head back to the direction of the tavern. Fate has seen the separate of our paths and lives. I do not ask you to leave, but I do not believe your value of time of staying. Rickard, please, enough guilt. Fate in a great whirlpool. Regarding some punishment, others. It would have happened to any of us. All we can do is move on. Look! More soul plunger cultists have surrounded the tavern again. Oh dear, this time they brought a chaos shard. I think I know where the energies have been coming from. The party observes the member of soul lift one of the chaos shards above. They channel the energy inside or something. You've come to join my experiments. Now witness the might of chaos power. Bara, no. Rickard. Mighty Rickard, please kill me. Gurgles. No, my friend, why? Rickard. You've always been the greatest elder to me. No, brother, my old friend, don't leave me. He gives Rickard a pack. Rickard, you don't have to do anything that unites the clan to stop Soul Plunger, then Balrog's strategies will be replayed all over this land. Don't waste his sacrifice. Elder sir, I've just seen the source of the chaos contaminator in the hands of those wrenches. Those dark energies are all over Soul Plunger. Rickard, pull yourself together. We need to get you back to the molten fires if we're going to have a chance at stopping this rift and drive these lunatics out. But I killed my most loyal commander, Balrog. Was only doing the one who stood by me in these hundreds of years. How can I? Rickard, we can't speak to those of experience, but I can tell you, not many days have passed since I had to kill a close friend of mine with my own hands, in the same circumstances. What hurts the most is the fact that I can never bring her back. All I can do is carry on the memory of what she would have wanted, to protect this land from the dark and more unnecessary tragedies. Mr. Balrog always believed you were the greatest of the molten fire elders. I'm sure he'd have wanted you to pick up yourself from the defeat to protect your clan and plight of the innocent. Rickard, we and your clan need your help. Aloysius said, Balrog was one of my most loyal commanders and most trusted friend. He's always wanted me to return back to our people all these years. It is not for me to disappoint him. You speak well, milady. What is the past is his past. What is past, his past. But it is our duty to shield others from the same pain. I must honor his memory, and you will not have died in vain. Balrog, may your spirit watch over us, and here on after I tell you the truth. I was not prepared for this, but now I see that destiny has laid its finger on me. You will be avenged. I will avenge us. Now that the multiplying warrior I knew, I hope you have not forgotten how to wield a hammer side by side with your brethren, Rickard. Now let's teach these soul plunger curs a lesson. It is time the heart of fire that they wanted. They must already be at the molten cave village by now. Come, it's time I returned. I haven't set foot here since handing over the eldership to Hassel 100 years ago. Not a day goes by when I don't think about my home. Fear not. Where they were what? Fear not. They were what? This part doesn't make sense to me. They were and always will be your clan, and this being 100 years, what is past is past. I'll always be the black sheep of my people. I don't deserve them. Have courage, brother. It is your moment. Don't be afraid. I hope Soul Plunger hasn't found this place. It is quite close to Dragonscale Marsh. The dense fog would make it difficult, even for outsiders who really know the way. Time of the essence. We must talk to Hassel at once. Chapter 7. Alright guys, we're going to leave it there. If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.